We are doing a very special hike on today's video. We are located just outside of Congress, Arizona. On the other side of this mountain is Yarnell. And we are doing the Granite Mountain Hotshots Memorial Trail, which is a 3.5 mile trail that goes up and over this hill to a memorial tribute for 19 Granite Mountain hotshots who lost their lives here in 2013. They start you right off on a climb. So pretty much first 3 miles is a total climb. Then you have about a half mile down to the Gabion site, and then you have half mile up, and then obviously about 3 miles back down. We haven't done this full hike actually, because when Fiends was a baby was when we did it, and he was too small to get the full 6.5 miles in. So I think this will be a nice meditative day on trail. This is kind of the perfect hike for that. It's very quiet here. It is Super Bowl Sunday, so I have a feeling that's impacting the very few people on the trail today. So, all right, we are headed up there. About every 600 feet, there's a memorial plaque for one of the 19 lost. And it's a beautiful memory. And what I think is really amazing is that even all these years later, there are active, rocks and memorial pieces for these members. And that just shows the love, the support, and even still the grief of the family. And it's just beautiful. And just a good reminder as you're out hiking and maybe huffing and puffing a little, that life is so precious. How can't it be a good day when you have breath in your lungs, you know? Deep thoughts. So we have climbed quite a bit already. We're getting ready to go through like this little area and into more of the, peak area and off of these switchbacks. So our views will change a little. But man, what a stunning trail. I kind of forgot how just gorgeous it was back here. Very unique terrain, which lent to the loss of life. Which we'll talk about a little bit later, how this tragedy happened. For now, we're just gonna meditate, be thankful, grateful, and open up to a whole new world of views up here. It has been a nice reprieve to have this shade. This hike is very exposed, and when the Granite Hotshots are out here, it was 101, I think. So they didn't have the luxury of the cooler temps today like I do. And I can't even imagine that. Full gear, hiking this in 100-degree temps. Probably carrying chainsaws too. Like, whew. Yeah, no words, just amazing. Something to note, I know not all of those are as legible depending on if they're in their sun, but most of them are younger than me, substantially, and this happened years ago. So just thinking about how young they were and like where I was at that time, it's just mind-boggling to me how young they were. And yes, you have cell service on this hike. We turned another corner to another expansive view. I really honestly forgot how beautiful this hike is. I think that actually might be water cache. There's a little station up here. So, yeah, looks like a water cache. Obviously don't take it unless it's an emergency. But wow, I can just see the gabions right there. Don't let that fool you. We've still got quite a ways to go, quite a ways to climb. Just the way this landscape is. Kind of got to go up and down a lot, which makes it a little sneaky, but it is stunning. Man, I know I just keep saying that, but I'm pretty emotional today for some reason on this hike. I think I'm just feeling a lot of deep gratitude, and even though I don't personally have anyone in my family who is a firefighter or a police officer, I still feel incredible amounts of respect and gratitude to the men and women that risk their lives to save what I love so much, and to save towns, and just to keep us secure and free and safe. And I'm just feeling an immense gratitude in this beauty today. With this clip, you can see just how close the Yarnell fire was to Yarnell and to people and homes and businesses. And just to think about, they were so close, yet so far from help and from safety. But they kept fighting to keep those people safe, and those homes safe, and their family and friends safe. A lot of them were from this area. I guess I never realized how close they really were to town and what they were fighting so hard to protect. I'm gonna be honest, y'all, that last 3/4 of a mile was a butt kicker. I couldn't even get my lungs to speak, but it was so breathtaking. And that sign just made me feel absolutely useless, because the Hotshots carry up to 50 pounds of gear in full gear, in their full gear, with leather boots, not lightweight trail runners. And they did that, what we just did, in 100-degree temps, carrying all of that. And they were probably running because they were in a hurry to save lives. That was wild. Whew. But we are now on the sneaky part of this hike, because you flatten and then you go down, and you go down about 400 feet, and you do have to climb back out of that. So just note that if you don't want to climb that extra 400 feet, don't go down. But we're gonna do it because we feel good. going to note here that dogs are supposed to be on leash. I only had him off leash temporarily to gauge his energy levels, to make sure I wasn't making an incorrect decision to hike down here. And so by having him off leash for just a few seconds, I'm able to see he's running ahead, he's running back to me, he's still got plenty of energy, but he will be popped right back on leash. And the only reason I really did that as well is I know that I am the front runner on this hike. There's nobody in front of me, so I know that I'm not gonna run up against any other dogs or people, and also I can see for a very long distance. But I just wanted to note that I really do follow rules, but sometimes for safety, I do just do a quick off-leash check just to make sure his energy levels are solid, because, you know, he'll stop and sit in the shade if he's not, or he just won't have the pep in the step, and that kind of lets me gauge. So, because when he's on a leash, I can't really gauge because he's not a polar. So, anywho, just wanted to make that comment before we get down here, and he will be on leash at the memorial to be respectful, but he'll also be back on leash for the trail now that I know his energy is just fine. 2013, the Hill Fire was raging out of control, and who do they call but the Hotshots? The Hotshots are an elite firefighting team. They have at any given time about 113 members total, and they work in 20-member crews. Granite Mountain Hotshots were called out to help contain the 0% at that time contained Hill Fire. Their lookout was posted, and the Hotshots crew of 19 then made their way down into this valley. Due to the erratic winds and high temperatures, the fire started behaving erratically as well. The lookout was ordered to move his post due to safety, and the crew down here, due to the epic terrain around us, had no line of sight to the fire. Little did they know that that erratic wind and strong hot temperatures forced the fire south at an alarming rate. Within minutes, the Hotshots were overtaken. Their last message out was that they were deploying their protective shelters. But by the time rescue could come, all 19 lives were lost. This memorial is where they laid down their lives to protect the city that is right behind us. Mothers, fathers, wives lost their husbands that day. And I think this is such a beautiful tribute to the brave men and women who protect the lands that we love. I also think about, in terms of that sign, our nation right now, and just how divided we are. And just every plaque, every single plaque said how loving and kind and devoted these men were. And I just think we could all take a little bit of a lesson right now in humility and sacrifice and kindness. And gosh, I don't know any of these men. I want to make that very clear. I don't know any of these men. But there is something very special about this place. All the little trinkets, they're things that they personally loved. I think I would have gotten along with the guy with the fireball. For those who don't know, I like fireball. They had a lot of life to live, and they gave it. And I know that happens all the time around the country. I guess I just don't stop and take it in like I should, and be thankful and grateful. So to any of my watchers, thank you. If you serve, have served in any capacity, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to live the life I live and protecting those who need protected, including the land. So I'm gonna sit here a minute and eat a snack. Luckily, that journey out was very well graded. So hopefully the 500 feet that we have to climb out won't be so bad. But I definitely feel like I'll have an extra boost from this. Thinking of them and realizing I'm a wimp because I don't have 50 pounds. So. back up, made it past the memorial wall. There's quite a few people on trail now, so it got pretty busy. So I was gonna sit and eat a snack, but I think I'm gonna hoof it up this last little climb here and then around into the canyon where it's shady, pull out my snack and just eat it while we go downhill. So it's also getting a little toasty. But yeah, that up didn't take me long. It actually felt very good. So not as scary looking as it looks from up here. All right, got more people.
All right, we're done our climbing. Whoops. We are at 1791 for elevation gained, a little over 5 miles. Grab myself a protein bar. I do have snacks or fiends, but I had planned to stop at the memorial and chose not to. With his PPDH, I don't like feeding him while he's exerting, so I'll give him his jerky when we get back to the car. But for now, I'm gonna give him a little bit of water. I'm gonna put the GoPro away because we're gonna do a little bit of a jog down, and we'll catch you guys down at the trailhead, which is actually a beautiful memorial park. So we'll see you there.
We just came around that last corner, headed to the car, and man, you can feel the heat on this side, so you're substantially lower, more towards the valley, and whoo, yeah, it gets spicy. So if you're gonna do this one, just be aware of your daytime. I can't believe people are starting now, and they're wearing like full long sleeves and pants. The only reason why I have long sleeve on is because this is an SPF shirt, and I'm more concerned about skin cancer than being hot, and it also like breathes. But whew, I can't imagine in sweats, full sweats. I'd be roasted. In the spirit of being kind, I'm going to wrap up this video when we get back to the camper. The parking lot is full, there's a couple waiting, and the shuttle ends at 4, so they'll miss it. So I'm gonna do just a quick outro when we get back to the RV. We got back to camp, I got a shower, we've been relaxing a little, Fiend's got a good nap in, got a snack in. And I just wanted to take a moment to talk about the memorial that's actually at the trailhead and kind of explain why I left so very quickly. So the trailhead is on the side of a mountain pass, and I believe there are 8 sites total, with 2 of them being for 10-minute if you just want to come look at the memorial, pay your respects that way, and the others for hikers. There is a shuttle service from Yarnell as well, which is just up on top of the pass, but it ends at 4. So when I ended the hike, there were a lot of people who were concerned about starting and missing the shuttle, so they had actually parked on the road. I would not recommend that. It is a windy mountain pass, and so there was a truck that had stopped to ask me if I was leaving, and in the spirit of kindness and good friendship and good neighborly vibes, I guess, I was like, let me just peace out and head down. So I do realize that I must have had a very special experience being first on the mountain, and I didn't even really start that early, to be honest. I think I started at 8, maybe 8:30. So I feel like I got a really special experience, and I think if you are coming early, wow, and you get what I got, it's a very meditative, peaceful hike, but it definitely gets really busy. So I don't want to portray my experience as the norm. I have a feeling the norm is more a lot of people on trail and very busy parking lot. I just got lucky because I'm staying 5 minutes from it, and I guess I chose a good time to start. But at the trailhead itself is a small memorial. They have the statue of a Granite Mountain hotshot with the plaque of all of the firefighters' names. They also have all 19 plaques that you will see on the hike. So if you're not able to do the hike, you can just come and pay your respects at the plaques.
And then there's a memory bell and just information about the hike itself, as well as a donation box if you are so inclined. And then by the statue, they actually have another memorial wall. So if you're not hiking up to the memorial wall, but want to leave a patch, if you are a fellow firefighter or first responder, you can leave it there. And those were really cool. There was a Homeland Security one. Like, how wild is that? Like, legit Homeland Security. So it's just a great spot to, if you are driving by, even to stop. It's got stunning views. If you just hike the first couple minutes up, you'll get stunning views. So highly recommend it, whether you're like me and you're gonna hike the whole thing, or you can just hike to the memorial wall, which I saw a lot of people doing and turning around, or you can just stop at the trailhead and pay your respects there. So it was an amazing day. I definitely was way more meditative and somber than I really thought it was going to be, since I don't know these people. But it was definitely like one of those things. Ooh, see, I was trying to take my sunglasses off, but it's too bright, these baby blues. It's definitely one of those really just special places in the mountains. And yeah, it just really moved me. So I highly recommend it. It was beautiful. It was challenging. We are going to chill for a little bit. I think I might watch an episode of Fire Country. I'm feeling inclined. And edit a video, and then I've got to clean this thing. So that's what we're going to be doing. And I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us today and enjoyed the hike with us and coming along with us. We will see you on the next adventure, wherever the road or trail take us. Bye, guys.